Welcome to my big YouTube plan. This is not a how-to video. It's not even a for you video. It's a for me video. I'm literally using this video as proof that I did it. I posted a video, I uploaded it, and now it's out in the world. And that is the only thing that I'm trying to accomplish here. That is the only marker of success for me personally. It doesn't have to be a good video. It doesn't have to be entertaining. People don't have to like or comment on it. Literally zero expectations. I think there needs to be zero expectations in order for me to actually do this thing in a way that will end up being enjoyable for me. I just got to keep it loose, got to keep it loose as a goose. It can't be anything more serious than that, because I think the moment that I try to create a schedule, write a script, edit things down so that they look nice, think about thumbnails, think about X, Y, and Z, think about people liking the video even, I just stop and I don't do it. And I become disheartened because there's all of this stuff outside of the actual making and coming up with an idea for something that prevents me from doing it. So I'm posting it. It's going to be little to no editing. And I'm just going to post it and it's going to sit here. And it's going to be a monument to the fact that I actually did it. Because to me, that is, again, the most important thing right now. And I thought that it would be fun for me to make a video for myself and talk about what exactly I'm looking for in starting a channel. And I'm realizing that the first thing that I kind of arrived at was to have fun. That is the thing that I want to kind of encompass everything that I do here. I want to actually do the things that interest me, regardless of anybody else or what anybody else thinks. This is a space that I'm creating solely for me. And I'm going to do my best to adhere to that kind of mindset. So with that, keeping expectations about my technical skills in terms of actually creating a video, very low, because again, I have very base level knowledge about it. So I'm keeping my expectations low in terms of my technical skills as well, because I think if I beat myself up about the way something turns out and how something looks, I'm not going to do it. So I'm letting this be ugly and unedited and bad, because I think that is the first step to actually doing anything good. And I've always said that about anything that anybody pursues, is that you have to be bad before you get good. And that failing is the most helpful thing that you can do. And the other major big thing that I would like to do is have this be a space where I teach the average person how to engage with art. Whether it's analytical, critical, observational, just how to connect with and talk about artwork so that they can engage with things that they're already engaging with, but just in in an informed manner, rather. I want them to be able to have the vocabulary and the confidence to kind of break down what it is that they're taking in, and be able to talk about it with other people. I want this to be a place where people learn about talking and thinking about artwork. Because art to me is so important, and I understand that is not true for everybody. Even though art is something that literally binds all of us together, it touches every part of our lives, whether it's paintings in a museum, or TV shows and movies you're watching, or music you're listening to, or how you dress and how you decorate your home, and why you like the design of cars that you like, or the type of buildings that you think are interesting to look at. It literally is a component of everything. It's a part of everything. And I think it's important for human beings to be able to talk about artwork and to talk about the visuals that they're seeing, especially because we live in such a visually demanding and dominating world now with social media. And the more visual literacy that you have, I think, is only going to benefit you in the future as we move to even more instances of our world becoming more and more visual. And I think it's important. I just think it's important. I think there's also like a responsibility of humanity to kind of be able to do this thing that has now become labeled as a hobby, when I think that it's inherently human to think about and practice making artwork of any kind. We start mark making from a very young age, and over the years, like, you lose, I guess, the interest that just developing as a human being affords you. So I think it's important to not let that very human part of us kind of shrivel up and not be used, because art is so important. And being able to talk about art and understand why certain choices were made in order to connect with other people whose experiences feel far from our own. I think that is almost more important to me than teaching people how to make art, because you don't have to be somebody who's actively making art and consider yourself an artist in order to consume it. And I think it's like something that you're almost missing out on in a way if you don't really know how to engage with it, or like you understand that something makes you feel a certain way, but you don't know why. And sometimes that's enough, but other times, like, it's fun to explore that feeling, right? So that is like the main motivator. Having fun and doing that are like the two big main motivators, because these are thoughts that I have all the time, and I want to put them somewhere and not just have them exist in my head and in conversations between people that I know. In terms of like concrete things that I want to do, I want to do, so I guess for starters, like how-to videos, like how to connect with art, how to look at art, how to kind of break down what you're feeling about it. Maybe eventually drawing tutorials, probably less of that. That's not something I'm super interested in doing, but like maybe I will be in the future. Again, no rules, no expectations. I definitely would like to do like media analysis, like talking about TV, about movies, about art, about anything, architecture even, I don't know. Anything that kind of interests me, like visually, I would like to be able to talk about. And the way that like stories are told visually is very interesting to me. Maybe even doing reviews at some point of like what I thought could be better about something and why I think that is and whatnot. I'd also like to be able to build a database of resources, essentially, for people to go back to and rewatch or look at. Not only for the things that I've already said, but also like where to find art news, how to stay in touch with like current and contemporary artists. Thinking about, the contexts in which these people are making work is important. And like, of course I want to do like come draw with me videos and like speed draw videos, because that is also something that I've just wanted to do. And I think that this channel can be all of those things. And the other like big thing that I really want to do is like make master copies of other digital artists' work. And if you don't know what a master copy is, I would like to make a video about what that is, but it's essentially like copying another artist in order to learn from them. And I've already spoken to some artists about doing it with their work and making a video about it, and have gotten the approval through conversation with them. So that is something that I'm going to do as well, and talk about my reasoning behind that and all of those things. So those are like physical, legitimate, actual ideas, instead of just like broad, abstract feelings and ideas about why exactly I'm starting a YouTube channel. And really, just like at the end of the day, what I said sort of at the beginning is just that this is going to be a space for me. And then if other people end up watching and following along, then that's great. But it was never supposed to be for really anybody but me at the start. Maybe. Again, I think having hopes and dreams are different than having expectations. Like, I'm doing this for me, and I would like for it to be a resource for other people. So in that sense, I'm hoping that, you know, people do end up finding it and seeing it and learning from it. But at the end of the day, I get to read and research and look at things that interest me and then just make a summary video essentially about them. And that is what is the most fun for me. I love learning, and I want to keep doing it. And this is a good way to keep my brain working. And I think, you know, encouraging other people to use their brains because it's the most important thing that you have in your body. And yeah, I just have to do it. I have to post. It's okay to just do it. Try to just try. Essentially, it doesn't have to be perfect. And yeah, I feel nervous about posting a video for the first time. And I think that, you know, just because we are inundated with media doesn't mean that it isn't hard to make, which is not something I said. It's something that somebody said to me. And there's only one of you in the world, and just because other people have done it before doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it, because you're you. And like, who else is going to do it if not you, you know? And I am nervous to post it because I think I just want to post it. I don't want to talk about the reasons why I'm nervous about it. I think I just want to post it and have it be what it is and let it speak for itself. But I just want to have fun, and I want to make this YouTube video, and I want to show people that it's okay to be passionate about things and have an interest in things, and to really encourage the growth of those passions and really nurture them into something that could be really cool and powerful. And being sincere in those passions as well, you know? I just don't have it in me to worry about being cringy and to worry about being pretentious or too serious or whatever, because, like, what else are we on this earth for if not to be passionate about the things that we enjoy and love? You know? There's literally no other reason. Like, you need to find your reason. And my reason just happens to be thinking about other people thinking about things. I don't know. I think this is the way that, to me, this is a way for me to kind of encourage that passion in myself. Making videos when I want to make them and to have it be fun and just something that I get to do is the way that I am pursuing that passion. So the marker of success for today was just to post the dang thing. Let's be honest. It was literally just to post it, to make it and to post it. And I am satisfied with that. So this was a success. And the last thing that I want to end on is a thing that I learned doing all of this. And to keep it in theme, I searched up what the first YouTube video was because I didn't know. I've never thought to think about it, really. And it was from one of the founders of YouTube. And it is him at the zoo. It's 19 seconds long, and all he does is talk about elephant trunks in it, which is awesome. So whenever I think whatever I'm doing is not enough, I'm going to think about what success looked like for me on that particular day, and that the very first YouTube video was 19 seconds long of celebrating the fact that they could do it.